Welcome, everyone, to the college football playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the number 5 seed in the playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. It's a quick grab. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
1st and 10 play coming up. Quick pass, the catch is made. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Not able to connect, incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? He's past the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And the point after is good. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quick completion with the tight end. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. It's going to bring up second down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Receiver makes the catch. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Here's the second down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, and hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Fires it to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. Offense back out on the field now. They They moved the ball into plus territory last time, but it ended in a fumble. They can't do that again, trailing on the scoreboard. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The completion makes it second and short.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
First and 10 now for the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so second and 6. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. It's a shotgun run call. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Couldn't quite get in, tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
You know, in college football anymore, Chris, you get caught up in the big plays through the passing game, but we're seeing what this back can do when he has room to run. Great acceleration, great speed. I know he gets tackled here at the 2-yard line.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
But that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He's running out of time here. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Should be the last play of the quarter. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Lets it go quickly. He's got it for a big gain. And they finally get him down, but a huge gain to wrap up this first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Second down after the incompletion. It's a draw to the back. fighting off the defender. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting a pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
Looks right for a quick completion. He's in the clear. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. They'll run it from the gun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. On first down, it's play action. He's escaping the pocket now. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown. Wait.
Man, really good effort here with the body lean by the receiver. He catches the ball. He just couldn't get his foot down for the score.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Second down and goal upcoming. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And this defense come up with a huge stop. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
And now the handoff. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Using his legs on the scramble, and they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Love to see quarterback. Play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Looks like NC State will have the first down.
Man, I can't believe they're going for it on fourth down deep in their own territory like this. Usually, you might see this late in the game, but early, really risky decision, but it pays off.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. In the clear at the 25. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quick throw caught on the left side. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The shotgun running play call. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Receiver makes the grab, finding some room at the 25. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tigers offense back out there. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Breaking free at the 35. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory, down at the 49. Here comes the up-tempo offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Extending the play now. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? He's moving out of the pocket. Finds room at the 30. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. NC State now operating in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to extend the play. On the run here, lets it go. Good catch made on the sideline. That's enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. And now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And he's got it for a huge gain, brought down at the 30. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this postgame with halftime approaching. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. The field goal is good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Third down coming up after that running play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Shotgun formation here on third down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Well, this is so deflating for this defense on third and short. Good coverage downfield. They take away all the short routes, but the one guy that they don't account for is the quarterback and his legs. Picks up the first down by being athletic there and great awareness.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Punt team ready to boot it away. Looking to flip the field here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And they've got the returner corralled. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on play.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's a wide receiver screen. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And the receiver wide open for an easy catch. Tackle made after a big gain.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. This Memphis offense is moving quickly down the field. Play action here on first down. Moves left out of the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete and tried to extend the play, but nobody open. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And at first down, they go right back to him. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
PAT is good. They still trail by 4, 21-17. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quick throw over the middle. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Short pass finds the tight end. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Handoff running right. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And he'll drop back here on third down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And it's good right down the middle. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Memphis offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, NC State 24, Memphis 17.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Throws to the tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
He's found some room at the 45. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Makes a quick grab. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
You know, not a lot of room there for the quarterback to operate, but he shows some accuracy to be able to make that throw and get some yards.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Good enough for first down yardage.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Memphis getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. Touchdown, Tigers. This quarterback on fire today.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he fields it inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught. Completion. That's good for a first down near the 40.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looking to scramble now. And they've got him.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Direct snap to the back. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
And that's the 2-minute warning as the clock stops. Give both coaches a chance to strategize here before the time runs out. So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's inside the 10 now. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
4th.
Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Tigers offense back out there. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
He's going to pull it down and run. Get some space around the 30. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got it open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Memphis. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Chris, how about that execution? Great throw by the quarterback. The receiver does his job and then takes it into the end zone. And now we've got an interesting situation here. Late in the game in a playoff, do you kick the extra point to tie this up, or do you go for 2 to potentially take the lead?
Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
NC State will likely try to bleed out the clock. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And that one is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 1-point lead.
Oh, boy, in a game that's been full of twists and turns. Here's yet another one with time winding down in this one.
Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. First down, looking to throw the ball. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. They need to score quickly here, try to dial up some big plays. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
The pass rush closing in. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. That would have sealed the victory. Does bring up 3rd down.
Well, you got one final shot still. I don't know if he can get it all the way to the end zone. Hey, but miracles can happen.
Offense has a ways to go to get into field goal range. They need some big plays, and time is winding down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he did not make it. A big 4th down stop, a chance to claim the lead here, but it's a turnover on downs. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. As we wind our way toward the end of another college